In today's episode, Jamie and I are talking about how home ownership can be a great vehicle for building wealth. Tune in. Thanks for tuning in to the Realtor Moms Podcast. I'm Tasha.
And I'm Jamie. We're full-time realtors in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding areas, and admittedly average moms. This is how we sell homes.
And try to keep our kids alive.
Hello. Today on the Realtor Moms Podcast, we are talking about the 5 reasons homeowners are wealthier than renters.
Yes.
Five reasons why. It is such a great idea to be a homeowner, especially in this economy, in this time and day and age. And we obviously believe wholeheartedly in home ownership and what it does for families and individuals all alike. But we want to give you some like hardcore reasons why
it makes sense.
It totally makes sense financially too.
Yes.
So a side note to say, it never makes sense if you can't afford it, right? Like we understand that there are times that people have to rent. Yeah. It just makes more sense for them. They're going to stay in an area for a short term, or, you know, just right now they've got a lot of things going on with their finances or in between jobs, whatever. We're not saying that renting at any period in your life is a bad thing.
No,
we're
not
saying
at all.
that if things line up,
if these things line up, now is the right time frame in your life.
Yeah,
you want to own a home,
right?
This makes financial sense.
You like the area you're in, you've got a job, or at least are working in an industry where you've got the likelihood that you're going to be in a secure job for a long period of time, and you want to stay put. We really cannot stress enough that home ownership is a great way to build wealth.
Correct.
So let's get into the 5 reasons. Number 1, mortgage payments can be fixed
while rents go up.
Exactly. I don't know how many people I've talked to who are like,
my rent is going up again.
Yes, exactly.
Here we are, $200 difference in payment this year.
And nothing's changed. And they're not earning anything while they're paying someone else's mortgage or while they're paying 100% interest, right? Because, I mean, essentially, living in a rental is paying zero principal. You're not paying towards anything that you own. You are paying 100% interest, or essentially just a rent payment. So
correct. You're not actually paying anything that you will ever eventually own
or get back. Right.
Or get back.
Exactly. Number 2, equity in your home can be a fabulous financial resource later.
Yes, it can.
And we are talking about things like both when you go to sell, now you've earned some equity and you've got a great little nest egg or a down payment for something else. And also, there are some opportunities if you visit with a lender because maybe you need a home equity line of credit.
Actually, I have someone right now that's using HELOC.
Home equity line of credit, HELOC.
HELOC. But they're using HELOC in their home, and I did a market evaluation for them so they would feel comfortable. But they're using HELOC funds to purchase a lot with cash.
Oh, sure.
And then they will turn around and sell their property down the road and use the funds from that to build the home that they will eventually live on and the lot that they bought with the HELOC. So they're using the funds they have disposable, the equity in their home to make this dream of theirs come true. And it's fantastic.
Right.
So,
and kind of going along with that is a mortgage. So like number 3, a mortgage can act as a forced savings account. It's kind of like the equity that you are creating while you make your mortgage payments. Generally speaking, right, as far as history goes, your property value is also increasing. So you're paying off the debt against the property that you own while the property is increasing in value at the same time. And you're essentially earning more money within that house for the value of it. So that's what we mean by like a forced savings account is you're by accident, just by virtue of making your payments on time, you're building your wealth. Having that value in the home. Number 4, you can build wealth without paying capital gains.
Yes.
And what we mean by that, first of all, we have to say we are not tax people.
We're not tax accountants.
We're not tax accountants. We are not, but we know just enough to be dangerous as far as some of the benefits that accompany being a homeowner. And essentially what we're talking about there is if you own and use a property as your primary residence for at least 2 years, and there are some other rules in there too, but generally speaking, then you don't pay taxes on the money that you make off of that sale when it's your primary residence.
Correct.
So again, talk to a tax person, get all those details, but a lot of our clients realize those gains or like, you know, they get to put that cash in their pocket and they don't have to pay taxes on the money that they've made in the equity in their home. I mean, and how else can we create wealth like that without paying taxes on it?
Not very often.
Right.
Nope.
Right. And you can do it over and over and over again. This isn't like a one-time thing where you can only do it on your first home ever. This is all your homes. Listen, if you want to move every 2 years and 1 month to get this benefit, we are your realtors. We will absolutely help you. No, but it's a great way to make some money or potentially make some money that you don't have to pay some taxes.
Correct.
Last one, number 5. Go for it, Tasha.
Well, homeowners can enjoy a greater wealth growth than renters.
Yeah.
And this really applies to, you know, if you think about appreciation, depreciation, the Fargo, Moorhead, West Fargo area has not seen depreciation since 2011 and 2008. Right. And both those years was less than 2%. And then the very next year, they saw appreciation. So if you think about a value, if you think about a property that is, if you think about what you're owning as a property owner, you know, generally we're seeing appreciation. Yeah. Just depending upon what the market's doing year over year.
Right.
So
it's a long-term investment vehicle, kind of like some of your other 401k IRA type of investments. But if you know, the markets will fluctuate a little bit, at least we assume they will, right? Because that's kind of how markets operate. But staying in a home, whether that means staying in the same home or just staying in home ownership and you know, sizing up or sizing down or right sizing, generally leads to greater wealth in just financial stability, because
you're paying towards ownership.
Right. Something you own, something you've invested in.
Correct. Where renters, again, are not investing. You're not putting that money into an investment. You are just
spending
it,
not investing it.
Correct.
So those are our top 5 reasons why owning a home makes sense, why homeowners are wealthier than renters. Thanks so much for listening. If you liked what you hear, you can check out our library of tons more episodes on RealtorMomsPodcast.com. You can also find us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or just about anywhere you listen to podcasts. And please never hesitate to reach out. We would love to be your realtors. This podcast is produced by Realtor Moms Podcast, Jamie R. Swenson and Tasha Barrett, Park Company Realtors, 4170 41st Avenue South, Fargo, North Dakota.